Hello, sysfailure here. Just today we're going to be talking about the latest snapshot, which is 12W34A/B, and just a few of the features in it. First off, we're going to mention a few changes in regards to portals. Portals now, entities can actually travel through them. So if we were to spawn a sheep, actually travels through into the nether on the other side, and if we just pop on through, oops, accidentally put the sheep back through again. There we are. Go away. There we go. Okay, that doesn't just apply to sheep, that applies to, as it says, any entities. To demonstrate that, I will just show you one of the other features. There is a new type of button that's been added. It's a wooden button instead of the old stone ones. And the difference is you can trigger these with arrows. There we go. And so they've just gone on through there. And if I go through after them, and pick them up, and back through again. At the moment, portals do seem to be a bit glitchy for travelling. They drop you inside the portal itself. So that's a couple of the first features. Next one's up. The trapdoors used to only be able to be placed on the bottom blocks, so it was on the floor. Basically, it was like this, raised above it. Now they can also be put on the bottom of blocks, which actually means you put them flush with the floor. Well, I say bottom, but actually, I mean line them up against the top of a block, so they're flat like that. Moving on, next up, this one may or may not be left in, according to Jeb. Stair blocks. Stair blocks, if they end up in a corner, automatically become corner pieces, as I will show. So if we have one there, that one looks normal, but put one there, and this now becomes a corner block. As it says, Jeb said he may or may not leave that one in there. That does apply to all the stair blocks, as you can see, the nether bricks and so on. Now, there are also new walls. Same as with fences, you can't jump over them, block and a half high. And there are cobblestone and mossy cobblestone options. If you double stack them, you actually get this rather strange arrangement right here, where the bottom ones believe that they're more or less individual blocks. And these little things, we now have plant pots. You can put flowers, mushrooms, little trees and even shrubs into them as you wish. And obviously you can see in front of me, you also now have picture frames. You can put pretty much anything you like. If you look also, the sun's up in the sky there, and this clock actually says that the sun is up in the sky, so you can actually use that as a wall clock. Here I've got various bits of armor, and if you right click them, you can also rotate them as you wish. If you're in survival mode and you hit one of these, it will knock it off the wall and you can actually pick up the frame and the item from it. Now you can put pretty much anything you like in these, armor, as is items, those sort of things. You can also stick maps in there as well if you want. That does actually bring us on to the next point. There's been couple of changes in regards to maps. Now if I just make a map, there we go. Now you may notice this is now known as an empty map, so there's nothing on it. Right click it, it then appears, and there we are. You may notice the map, all the pixels are a lot bigger now. Each dot on here is a single block in the game. Now, obviously you're probably thinking that's not as useful as the previous ones, because the previous ones covered a much larger area. Well, that problem also is fine. If I put the map there, add some more paper around it, there we go, bigger map. I don't know how many levels you can do that out to. I've only tried out to about 3 myself. Now, obviously, previously, if you wanted to have multiple copies of maps, you either had to run around and do them yourself over and over, or you would have to use some sort of editor or something. But one thing you can actually do is clone it to another map. Let me just get a map up. There we go. So if I put the map in there and the empty map with it, and I get 2 copies of the map. So obviously you can just give them to a friend if you wish. So they're the maps, and as it says, you just put them in at the frames. Just like the other active items, if you look carefully, you can actually see me moving around. So it could be useful for keeping track of where players are nearby. Now, final sort of things that I want to talk about. If we have a look, I don't have them here. Where are we? Right. There's a few new food items. You have carrots, potato, baked potato, poisonous potato, and golden carrot. So these are going to be related to sort of new crops that are in the game. Speculating golden carrot might be similar to golden apples in some form. Obviously poisonous potato, probably poisonous. Final thing, if you've been keeping track of snapshots and what gets posted by Jeb and Dinnerbone, there are now invisibility, but it does have a few oddities to it, as I will show. I'll just put down some cows here. Now if I throw the potion at them, you know, can't see them at all. It does, on players, have a couple of interesting effects. As you can see, I'm currently wearing armour, which I'll explain in a minute. But if I splash myself with one, you can now see anything I'm wearing and whatever I'm holding, but not me. This rather bizarre effect also happens to sheep. If I just hit these sheep, the sheep are now faceless and legless. They're basically drunk sheep. And it'll stay like that until the effect runs out. Now, as you may have noticed, well, I was looking in the inventory, and I do have purple armor on. Now, what you can do, it's only leather armor this currently applies to, but you can take any of the various dyes, such as the cactus green, dandelion yellow, and so on, and you can just apply them to leather armor. So there's an orange one, green, blue, but you can also mix multiple dyes together. Multiple dyes allow you different colours. So here that was the blue and red dye, and I have myself a nice purple outfit. There we go. Well, that's pretty much it. The sun's setting. That's more or less most of the stuff the snapshot contains. There is a new boss hidden in the files at the moment. I haven't got it on demonstration here, but if you do want to check that, it's got to be worth checking in regards to Seth Bling's review of this snapshot, as he does have it on there, and to be honest, it certainly puts the End Dragon to shame. Right, well, that's it, and see you next time.